Do it.
What did I just say?
Do it. Look at me now.
I said I could.
Do it. Do it.
You know, guy, we're not going to get into this.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Well, don't you just being mean to me now?
I'm not being mean to you.
I appreciate it.
I said you're pacing back and forth, and you said, well, set me down. And I said I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to.
What you just watched is the moment a killer unraveled inside a police interrogation room. But before we get to that moment, we need to understand how we arrived here and who was lost along the way. This is the story of Lisa Dodd, a 22-year-old woman, 8 months pregnant, whose life was stolen on the night of June 8, 2022, in Alton, Illinois. This video contains real footage and real voices. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Last night it was different. It was like we got home from picking me up from work. I got home from work around 9:30-ish,
Okay.
and their front door was cracked, which is unusual. They don't
9:30 p.m. last
Yes.
night? Okay.
they don't usually leave their front door cracked, and it was, and that was a little weird. And I heard like muffled yelling, like not screaming, but yelling in a way, kind of like in pain. Like
Okay.
you just like snipped your finger with a scissor and you had to put some over your mouth so you wouldn't scream too loud. That's what it sounded like.
So you said it sounded like muffled screaming?
Kind of, but it wasn't too loud.
Okay.
And then later on, we heard like the apartment shakes a little bit whenever you move too much, and it started shaking. And we're like, okay, they must be fighting or something. And we were gonna wait to see if it got better, or like if it didn't, because we were just gonna go sit outside and wait it out.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to deal with it. And so whenever that was happening, the apartment was shaking, they were fighting about something, and then all of a sudden the screaming got really, really loud and really intense. And that was, I would say, probably about 9:45, 9:50. And then the apartment had like 5 or 6 loud like thuds, and they got louder and louder each time.
Okay.
And they shook the apartment as well. And that sounded more like it was coming from.
So like, what did it sound like, experienced in life, to your best ability, that would have created, or possibly created the sound that you heard?
Probably, I really don't know other than like chopping wood.
Okay.
Because that's what it felt like. He had enough, I didn't mean to say he, but like, you know, that's what it sounded like there was enough time to do, was like, it was very constant beats too.
Okay.
So that's what made me think it sounded like that.
So do you think it sounded like an instrument hitting something, or do you think, or what? Something is making you know, kind of envision that through sound. You know what I mean? Like, we
Right.
hear something and our brain is gonna take that information in, right? What we're hearing,
Right.
smelling, feeling, and we're gonna kind of like paint this mental picture, right?
Right.
So, what about that sound makes you think chopping wood?
It was more of how steady it was.
Okay.
Because when you chop wood, you know, you gotta lift it up, you gotta
Yeah.
hold it, and then you gotta put all your weight into it, and
Yeah.
all your muscle.
Yeah.
And when you do it, you go,
And you kind of got a rhythm.
yeah.
Okay.
And it had like 4 or 5, 6 of those beats, and then it just stopped. The screaming stopped, the sound stopped, the shaking stopped, everything stopped.
The neighbors heard everything, but they didn't call 911. They waited. By the time anyone realized something was truly wrong, it was already over. Lisa Dodd was dead, and the man responsible, her boyfriend, DeAndre Holloway, was already gone from the apartment, carrying what investigators would later confirm was Lisa's severed head in a white laundry basket. He walked to a dumpster behind a nearby smoke shop and disposed of it just after midnight.
What the knife look like? Come down like that.
Okay.
That short, with teeth on that mother.
So like a paring knife?
Like my teeth went like he cut meat.
Like serrated?
Yeah,
Okay.
like that. That's what the knife looked like. Just
Was
like
the
this.
handle longer than the
Wood.
blade, or was the?
No, it was short, about like this.
About.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that
Okay.
long.
And when you picked up the knife, did you pick it up by the blade? Did you pick it up by the
Picked it
handle?
up by the blade. I mean, by the handle.
By the handle.
Through that motherfucker.
I got you.
I said, oh shit, blood on it. That.
Was the blood on the handle? Was it on the blade? Was it covered in it?
Well,
Was
I
it
knew it was
dripping?
on the blade.
It was on the blade.
Yeah.
My daughter's boyfriend killed her. He chopped her head off.
Are you outside the apartment right now?
Yes, yes.
What kind of a weapon does he have?
He's not here. He took her car.
Okay, the officers are coming. So you haven't heard from her boyfriend or talked to him at all?
No, I haven't.
Where we going on?
Apartment 4.
Is anybody else here?
No, I didn't see him.
You have a key to get in?
I left the door open after.
Right here. This one. Do you have the key?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's on the
Evan, watch the rear. She wasn't kidding.
How long has he not lived there?
He moved out when he was about 18.
And how old is he now?
21.
Okay. Where did he go when he moved out?
I'm not sure.
Okay. What do you know about DeAndre's life currently, like about like his relationship status and things like that, and his where he lives and things like that?
He lives pretty much with everybody. Like, well, he lives with his girlfriend, but like whenever they get into it, like he hops in different people's homes. I'm currently friends with her now because we were looking for him yesterday because he just went missing.
Okay.
So I found her on Facebook and tried to get some information to see if she knew.
How does it start?
The first person she called was my grandma, and she asked my grandma if he was at her house, and she said no. And the girlfriend said that he didn't come home Tuesday night into Wednesday, and she was looking for him and stuff, and she thought that he may have went to my grandma's house. So my grandma called me and asked if he was up there or if I heard from him.
And what's his demeanor like?
He was like nervous, like you can tell he was like really nervous.
Just your personal opinion, why do you think he's cutting his hair off?
Got in trouble. And then my sister said around 2:30 in the morning that he's like banging on the door and stuff, and he's like pacing and like acting nervous.
Where?
At my house.
This morning?
Yeah, this morning
Okay.
at 2:30. She said that when he was banging on the door and stuff, it scared her, and she was asleep in the living room watching Netflix when I sleep, but she was awake.
You 4 girls there then? Sister, mom, grandma, all there overnight?
It was me, my mom, sister, grandma, yes.
Yeah.
She said that she hears like really loud banging and stuff, and then she looks out, and she said she seen D, and then when she opened the door, she looked in the parkway, in the parking lot thing, in our driveway, and then she said that she seen a black car, and his girlfriend drives a black car.
He had I don't even know what his girlfriend's name is. Okay. But anyhow, he had gave me her ID in the debit card.
Okay.
And I said, well, why you got her debit card?
Yeah.
And license, you know. And I said, now she out there driving, and then she thinks she got her license and you got it. Then this morning, he gave me 2 keys.
Okay.
And I said, well, where you get these keys from? And he said he found them on the ground. But he didn't say where he found them on the ground. And I said, well, give it here. I said, then I can get in touch with her.
Okay.
And
you want to put that stuff in there?
I'm going to get it back now?
This here?
Yeah.
Is that yours?
No, but I'm going to try.
Right.
I'm going to try to get it to her.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll take care of it.
You sure now?
Yeah.
The keys too?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay. Did he tell you what those keys were for?
He just told me he found them. Gave it
What
to
did he
me.
say to you when you asked him why he had that stuff? He didn't give you an answer?
Just look like he's in a daze or something.
DeAndre had shown up at his mother's home in the early hours of June 9th, driving Lisa's car. He had her ID, her debit card, and her keys. He was cutting off his dreadlocks, changing his clothes, and throwing the old ones in the trash. Every action pointed in one direction, but DeAndre had already left on foot by the time police executed a search warrant at the house. He told his family he was going to cut grass. No one knew where he went.
Need some water or anything? Yeah, I would like some water because, you guys got to... hey, you need some water? Yeah. Okay, please, get you some water. Is it okay if I walk around? Is it okay if I stand up and take a step, like a couple steps?
What you gonna do? Why you gotta do that? Pull your pants up or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Like I said,
You're fine.
he's doing his job. This man has done nothing but his job, I swear to you.
You need to sit back down in the chair, please.
Didn't you just say I could pace?
No, I didn't say you could pace. I thought you said you had to get to be pants. If you could sit down in there, please. Thank you.
Do you mind if I pace? Is that illegal? I'm here. I'm handcuffed, ain't it?
We don't want that. We want you to sit down.
Exactly. I know you don't want that.
So if you could please sit down, guys.
I can't. I'm handcuffed.
Yeah, you can. You can sit down.
I literally can't do anything. I'm handcuffed.
You need to sit down.
Why are you guys scared of me for what?
I'm not scared. You need to sit down.
How? If I'm literally sitting here pacing handcuffed, I can't do shit.
He
searched me.
Okay, so what's your name? What they're going to do is...
I literally asked if I was being detained. That man said no. And then he proceeded to ask me the same question over and over and over. And I said the same thing. And again, he's just not having it because he's got an attitude problem with me. I got an attitude problem too. I know I got one. That's why I'm not sitting down.
But you know I can make you sit down, so I'm not.
Do it.
What did I just say?
Do it. Sit me down.
I said I could.
Do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Because you're scared. Exactly. I'm handcuffed.
Scared of what?
Do it.
You know, guy, we're not going to get into this.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, aren't you just being mean to me, though?
I'm not being mean to you.
I
said you're pacing back and forth, and you said, well, set me down. And I said I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Don't do that.
They just fucking did that to me. Come in here.
Don't do that.
Do something. That's what I'm saying. Do something. Do something. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. Don't do that. Just have my folks will come get me out.
Well, we don't know your name, so...
Exactly, but my folks will be there to get me out.
Who's your folks?
I don't know who you're
Don't worry about it.
DeAndre refused to give his name. He refused to cooperate. He laughed. He paced. He slammed his head into the wall. But none of it changed what the detectives from Alton already knew. They arrived with a warrant, DNA, fingerprints, and other samples. By the following day, June 10th, he was brought in for a formal interview. He refused to answer questions. He asked to go to work, and when he finally requested a lawyer, the interview was terminated.
What happened to 22-year-old Lisa Dodd, who had just moved to this place in Alton, is beyond irreprehensible. It is completely terrible what happened to her. Her unborn child was also killed as a result of this.
I never thought I would be recording a video like this. First of all, I want to offer my condolences to the Dodd family. I cannot imagine what you must be going through. I'm not going to deny that what happened was an extreme act of evil. It was. I don't know how else to explain it. It was an act of evil. I don't know if there's a word that describes it. And over here we are ashamed. His mom, his sister, we're all shocked. We knew he was capable of violence, but we never saw this. We've been trying to get help for him for at least 3 years. But as far as longer term mental care, we were always told that we can't hold them unless they've done something. Our system fails. People with mental problems. I've grown up in an environment with mental problems. And people are kind of left on their own. It's a tragic situation. This is the Dee that we knew. They're old pictures, but they show that there's a human there. The human does exist. He's not a monster. What he did was monstrous. He's not a monster. I'm not advocating that DeAndre should ever be allowed to enter civilized society again. I mean, he's obviously crossed the line there. I'm not advocating anything like that. I'm just saying there's a human being here, and it's tragic. It's tragic what mental illness has done to him.
She had a lot of personal problems with a boyfriend, a lot of calling off. She had a lot of black eyes when she would come in. When she first started, she would make excuses that her dog had jumped up and hit her and caused her black eyes. She was constantly running late, like for personal reasons. Always something coming up. She had a lot of black eyes, a lot of bruising on her arms, like where you could see, like maybe grabbing. Okay. That kind of thing. She was honest about it and just said that they were always arguing and fighting, and, then they would make up and it would happen again.
Okay. Did she, like specifically that day, when she was struck, was there any conversation like after the fact when she comes back into work about, the police or?
I wanted to call the police and she did not want to do that.
Okay. What specifically did you see when the day you actually witnessed her being battered? What did you see?
A punch in the face.
You saw Mr. Holloway punch her?
Face,
okay.
Yeah.
So were they in the car when that happened, or were they outside the car?
No, they were in the car, and we have cameras on the back of the building. We actually tried to roll the cameras back, but they're not very good definition, so we weren't able to actually see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was he in the driver's seat?
Yes, he was.
Okay. And did she return to work after that happened?
She did.
And did you see any? Did she have any visible injuries on that occasion?
Her face was red.
Okay. And did she say anything, or was she confronted about that?
I asked her about it, and she said they had gotten in an argument.
Lisa had been suffering through this relationship for nearly 2 years. In September 2021, she texted her boss, "My boyfriend beat me again, and I had to go to my mom's. They're wanting me to stay in a safe place because he's threatened before to harm us." But she went back. She always went back. And on June 5th, just days before the murder, DeAndre had texted a friend, "My cup filled up, and now it's got to spill over." He was signaling what was coming. No one saw it in time.
Are you afraid of him?
Yeah, I got an order of protection on him.
Okay. Yeah. And what prompted you to get that?
He was staying with me for a couple days, and he was becoming frightening, like he was going to do something. So I was like, "You gotta go." And so when he left, he called my daughter back and was like, "I love you guys, and I'm coming back to kill you."
I would like to thank the many law enforcement agencies that collaborated on my daughter's case. A special thank you to Officer Wimmersberg of the Alton Police Department for his excellent work on this case. I am forever grateful for your time and wisdom.
This is a tragic outcome of a 2-year on and off again domestic violence relationship. This didn't have to end this way. My daughter should be here raising her toddler
instead of being a casualty of domestic violence. If you have a mental instability or mental illness, seek treatment and be consistent with your treatment. Understand that your condition or illness will not keep you from being held accountable for the crimes you commit. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, if someone is emotionally, mentally, or physically abusing you, make a safe plan to leave that relationship. If they continually disrespect your boundaries, make demeaning comments, and control your every movement, this is abuse. Find the resolve to leave that relationship. If someone threatens to end your life, believe them. If they can say it, think it, and talk about it, they can carry out the threat. Reach out to your local, regional, or national resources that are available to assist you in making a safe plan to leave. Your life depends on it. It isn't easy, and it may be one of the hardest things you do, but your life is important, and you are worthy and deserve a life free from abuse.
You don't often see the kind of strength that the family of Lisa has exhibited in this case. Incredible strength, incredible grace in the courtroom today with her statements to the defendant. Defendant who lived the life of her daughter and granddaughter, and who over years, as she said, had abused them, and is now going to face decades in prison for the crime of murder for 2 lives, not just one, the mother and the unborn child. And I just want to commend the family to say that it's very inspirational to see the kind of strength that you've shown, and I'm sure that everyone in the courtroom experienced the same thing. And I also want to say this case has a deep meaning, I think, to every mother, and there were aspects of this case related to the unborn child who died that were extremely moving. One in which, Lisa's last act, her hand was resting on a book about pregnancy. So her last thought was probably about her unborn child. And so there's a beauty there in those last moments.
On January 17th, 2025, DeAndre Holloway was sentenced to 60 years in prison, 30 for murder, 20 for homicide of an unborn child, and 10 for concealment of a homicidal death, served consecutively. He must serve at least 52 years before being eligible for release